Greetings of the day to all my dear students out there and all the other respected viewers. Welcome to Bangla Shiksha Classroom 2025, an endeavor of Paschim Bongo Samagro Shiksha Mission, Department of Education, Government of West Bengal. I am Gargi Mukherjee, Headmistress Balia Nofur Chandra Balika Vidyalaya, and our discussion today is about transformation of sentence. Before beginning about the transformation of sentence, which comes under the grammar part of your subject, English, the second language, we will first know the types of sentence according to their functions. Sentence, according to its functions, can be of four types. Declarative, interrogative, imperative, and exclamatory. Declarative, interrogative, imperative, and exclamatory. What is the characteristic of a declarative sentence? Declarative sentence, we also know this by the word assertive sentence. So, declarative sentence, they declare something. They have some information to give and they end with a full stop. This declarative sentence can be of two types. What are they? They are negative sentence and affirmative sentence. In today's class, however, we will discuss about how to transform these sentences, declarative to interrogative and interrogative to declarative. We will discuss about these two types of sentence in today's lesson. And also, we have to keep in mind what this transformation sentence is about and what are its characteristics. So, you see on the screen that transformation of sentence should always be done without changing the meaning. The meaning should not be changed. In today's lesson, we shall show some ways how to change the form of sentence. And this conversion of sentence or the transformation of sentence is an excellent exercise as it teaches the variety of expression in English. As you practice it well and you can bring this exercise into your daily conversation, your vocabulary will increase and you will be a master of English expression. First, you see on the board about assertive sentence, or you know it as declarative sentence. It declares something. It is usually simple sentences that end with a full stop. This full stop can also be called a period. They can either be affirmative or they can be negative, that is yes type or no type. Let us give some example on the board. This is an affirmative sentence. And if we say that we do not love bird, that is a negative sentence. But Can we convert this sentence into this sentence without changing the meaning? That is for us to see later on. This is transformation of affirmative and negative sentence. In this screen, we will now discuss or show how you can transform an affirmative sentence into a negative sentence without apparently changing its meaning. The sentence you have just seen, I love bird, I do not love bird. They are completely opposite in meaning and they are not in connection with each other. Now we will show some examples on the screen and work them out to show how this conversion or transformation can be done. You are all required to watch this very well and write them down in your copybook. So all over there, bring up your copybook and keep your pen handy and write down the examples that are given on the board. He wished he was sick. 6 examples are given over here and we will practice or show how to convert these affirmative sentences to negative sentences. Why are they called affirmative sentences? Because they say some yes type words. They confirm something. They do not negate anything. But when we will convert this or transform this, how would we do that? This is very clever way, some tricks that I would share with you, teach you so that you can do these kind of exercises very quickly and without any error. First, you have to decipher or diagnose or point out the verb. The verb here is wished. The next word that determines he wished. What did he wish? He wished that he was sick. Now, what will we do with these two words? While converting from affirmative to negative, we will have to input some no words. But as you know from the algebra that 2 minus is equal to 1 plus. This is just like your algebra. Right. See. First, we will write the negative form of wished. So, he did not wish. But if we write he did not wish that he was sick, that would be complete opposite to meaning and that would be a wrong answer, because we have to keep in our mind that we don't have to change the meaning. We have to keep the meaning intact. So what will we write next? He did not wish that he was healthy. What did we do? We wrote the opposite word of the word sick. You could use here unwell also. If you don't write healthy. So you can use both the words. He did not wish that he was unwell. So actually the total word, what does it mean? He meant that he wished, he did not wish that he was unwell means he wished that he was sick. Meaning of the two sentences are exactly the same. Got it? Now we go to the next one. He felt lucky. Here also we have two words. He, what did he feel? He felt lucky. So we have to write the negative word of this and also the negative word of this. 2 negative is equal to 1 positive. So what would be the answer? He did not feel unlucky. He did not feel unlucky means he felt lucky. So the meaning of these two words, two sentences are exactly the same, but the form is exactly the opposite. This is how we transform an affirmative sentence to a negative sentence and also a negative sentence into an affirmative sentence, just by changing two negative words into a positive word. Now we will go to the third sentence. See what is written in the third sentence? It is written that my toe is paining. Who said this? Yes, you know, Tom said this. This is textual portion. So we will take examples from the text itself. This is from Tom Loses His Tooth from the lesson 7, page 50 of your textbook Bliss. So my toe is paining. My toe, what is paining. So we have to use two negative words. What are these two negative words? Is not paining, one negative word not, another is without. So two negative word. What is the answer then? You got the answer? You understood how it is done? Now we come to example 4. Tom felt foolish. Again you have to change two words. One is the verb and the other is the word foolish. Change it into negative. That is, did not feel. And the opposite of foolish is clever. So the answer is Tom did not feel clever, which actually means Tom felt foolish. So we change the form without changing the meaning. That is actually the main thing to discuss to know about transformation of sentence. So I'll write the answer over here. Tom did not feel clever. Now we come to the fifth example. Tom tried all plans. Again, the same formula. Write down the negative of tried and all plans. But these type of sentence where we use all, we change the form of the sentence like this. Tom left no plans on. There are no plans that he did not try. That means he tried all plans. So the meaning is the same. You see the meaning of 5, both the sentences written side by side, the meaning is absolutely the same. Only the form of these two sentences are different from each other. This is what we have to learn in our transformation of sentence. Number 6. Aunt Polly loved Tom. But shall we say in the negative form that Aunt Polly did not love Tom? No. We have to write it in a different way. The form will be negative, but the expression will be that of a affirmative sentence. What will that be? That will be Aunt Polly was not without love for Tom. So the meaning of these two sentences are absolutely the same. Aunt Polly was not without love for Tom means actually Aunt Polly loved Tom. So this is about the transformation of affirmative to negative. And the same way, a negative sentence can also be changed into an affirmative one by putting the negative words apart and implanting it with the affirmative word. So we now come to the next slide. Now we come to know about the interrogative sentence. This is the next part. In the first part of the lesson, we got some idea about how to transform an affirmative sentence into a negative one, and also the same way you can convert any negative sentence into an affirmative one. Now we will know what is a interrogative sentence is about. What is an interrogative sentence? An interrogative sentence is such a sentence which questions us about something. For example, what is your name? Who are you? Where do you live? How many brothers and sisters do you have? Which school do you read? These are all interrogative sentences. But our topic of discussion today is not what interrogative sentence is, but how to transform any other sentence. Here we will discuss about how to transform an declarative sentence into an interrogative sentence and also vice versa. As you can see on the board, an interrogative sentence is a type of sentence which is used to ask a question and always ends with a question mark. And what is a question mark? This is a question mark. This is the characteristic of a sentence which would impart or ask some questions. What is your name? There is a question mark after it. Who is your brother? Question mark. What is your sister's name? What is the name of your school? Where do you live? Do you love to study? Do you love to study English? Do you have an English teacher? Do you have a friend who can speak in English? All these sentences end with such a question mark. These questions also have subject and predicate. Just like any other sentence, they have subject and predicate. These sentences also contain a subject and predicate, though their structure is somewhat different. What is the structure? How is this different from any other sentence? See, here is also an example. See, it is a declarative sentence. This is a beautiful day. We take any other example. I love to go to school. If I ask you, do you love to go to school? You will say, yes, I love to go to school. But if we have to transform this sentence, we will not use, do you love to go to school? Why? This is what we are going to learn today. There are two types of question sentences or interrogative sentences. One is and the other is one is yes, no type and the other is who, what type. If I ask you, do you go to school? The answer is yes. Who is your father? The answer is something different than the question. One is a definite answer, yes or no, and another can be a variety of answers. Who is your best friend? You will answer it in one way, your friend will answer it in another way. But do you go to school? Your friend will say yes, and maybe you will also say yes. There can be only a very few students who will say, no, I don't love to go to school. So, if this is considered this example, this is a beautiful day. Exactly the negative word will be, this is not a beautiful day. And if we say it in interrogative way, is this not a beautiful day? The answer is, this is a beautiful day. And is this a beautiful day? The answer may be, this is not a beautiful day. So, this is how we write a interrogative sentence. So, in the board now, I will write some examples, some random interrogative sentences. You would be required to just jot them down. Just as I tell you, you are required to jot the sentences down. These are some random interrogative sentences. What is your name? Do you speak English? Do you have a pet cat? Never forget to write this interrogative signs after an interrogative sentences. These are also called question marks. Did you go to school today? These are all interrogative types of sentences. After this, we will now discuss how we will convert an declarative or assertive sentence into an interrogative sentence. Assertive to interrogative. We know that there are two kinds of assertive or declarative sentence. What are they? They are affirmative and they are negative. These both sentences end with full stop. This full stop is a pointer or the end word, which end sign, a punctuation mark, which says that something has happened or some information is given about something. I have gone somewhere, I have not gone somewhere. I have done something, I have not done something. I love something, I don't love something. So, first we will answer or do some examples of how to convert an affirmative to an interrogative and then a negative into an interrogative sentence. And then also I will give you some exercises to do at home and then you can solve them and show it to your teacher. How can we do these exercises? First, you go through the sentences very keenly. Tom thought father. He felt lucky. Sid slept on. He began to feel pain in the toe. I forgive everybody. Your tooth is loose. While converting an affirmative sentence into an interrogative one, first formula is to pick up the verb and bring it to the place. Here, verb is thought. Next is not only changing place, you will have to change the form. Negative form you have to use. This is a formula. Tom thought father. Did not Tom think father? This is a bit difficult, but you practice it, and when you practice it enough, you can do this very easily. Did not. While converting an affirmative sentence into an interrogative one, rule number 1, the auxiliary verb has to be in front of the subject. Who is the subject here? Tom is the subject here. So before Tom, we have to write the auxiliary form did not. From where did we get this to word did not? Because somewhere here we have a word did think. Thought means did think. Convert it, it will come to did not think. Did not Tom think father? And there is a question mark. Number 2, he felt lucky. Again we start with did. Did he not feel lucky? 3, Sid slept on. Did not Sid sleep on? Very easy. When you come across these kind of action verbs, you use did or do before the subject while changing it into an interrogative sentence. So this is did not Sid sleep on. There is a typo over here. He began to feel pain in the toe. Began. Did he not? Again, we start with did he not begin Why is it in the present form? Because we have shown that it is past tense by using did over here. Number 5. I forgive everybody. Think. I forgive everybody. Present tense. So, do. Now we come to the last example. Your tooth is loose. This is the easiest of the lot. Is the auxiliary verb used. You just transform it here. Right? The negative form of this is not. Then the rest. Answer, yes, your tooth is loose. So 6. Quickly go through all the answers, write them down very fast. We will carry on. Tom thought father. Write the negative of the auxiliary negative, that is, did not. Did not Tom think father? He felt lucky. Did he not feel lucky? Did not Sid stepped on? Did not step on? He began to feel pain in the toe. Did he not begin to feel pain in the toe? I forgive everybody. Do I not forgive everybody? Your tooth is loose. Is not your tooth loose? This is how you convert or transform an affirmative sentence into an interrogative sentence without changing the meaning. We change the form definitely, but we do not change the meaning. Usually here, we always see, did he not feel lucky? The answer of this is yes, he felt lucky. Did not Sid sleep on? Yes, Sid slept on. Do I not forgive everybody? Yes, I do forgive everybody. Is not your tooth loose? Yes, your tooth is loose. So the answer to all this is the same as given on the screen. So you see, this is how you transform an affirmative sentence into an interrogative one. Now we will go to how, in the same way, we convert some negative sentences into an affirmative one. See, there are 5 examples given on the screen. You are not going to die. Tom was not sick. Tom did not want to go to school. Aunt Polly did not believe Tom, and Tom did not have a sore foot. All these are correct sentences and they are taken from your textbook. Now, I will show you how you will convert these negative sentences. Why are they all negative sentences? Because there is an article of negation or indication of negativity. You are not going to die. So, not is a negative word. Tom was not sick. Tom did not want to go to school. Aunt Polly did not believe Tom. And Tom did not have a sore foot. Now we go to the first one. You are not going to die. So what do? We take this, bring it here, just omit this, give a question mark here. It is as simple as that. Bring are before you, omit not, and write the rest of the sentence and just use a question mark. So how would it be? Again, Tom was not sick. Was here, omit not, question mark here. Tom did not want to go to school. Here, if we convert this what would you do? Right. Omit not, did hear. See, now it is very easy. Number 4, Aunt Polly did not believe Tom. Let's do it in the same way. Bring did before Aunt Polly, omit not, put a question mark here. I'm sure you will be able to do this very quickly. Right. Omit not. Bring the did here. A question mark here and the trick is done. So, what would you write here? So, this is how we convert or transform a negative sentence into an interrogative one. So, you see that this is very, very easy to do. Just what you need is adequate practice. Only by adequate practice you'd be able to do all this correctly. You have many examples in the various grammar books that are available and also maybe in your school book list. So, go through them and do them very well. So, let us have a very quick summing up of all these. At the very onset, we discussed how many types of sentence are there according to the form. So, they are types of sentence according to the function or the work they do. So, what are they? They are declarative, they are interrogative, they are imperative, they are exclamatory. Today we discussed only about the first two. A quick reminder what these two are about. Imperative sentence is the sentence that requests or commands something like put out the light, close the door, get the work done, don't shout, keep quiet, like this. And exclamatory sentences that ends with an exclamatory mark, and they are sentences like wow, we have done a great job, hurrah, we have won the race. These type of sentences are called exclamatory sentences. But today we discussed just about the first two types of sentences. Maybe later on we will discuss about how to transform an interrogative sentence into an exclamatory one or a declarative sentence into an exclamatory one or vice versa. These are the formulas of transformation of sentence. The formation of a sentence can be changed without changing the meaning. And in today's lesson, we showed you some ways of changing the form of a sentence. This conversion of sentence is an excellent exercise because it enriches your usage of English and envisages you to a new background. You'll learn to use English in a more better way. So, we talked about assertive sentence. They are also called declarative sentence. They end with a full stop. This full stop is also called a period. They are also called a period. They can either be affirmative or they can be negative. Let's go through all these exercises very quickly, how we transform the affirmative and negative sentences. Go through them very quickly. Then about the interrogative sentence. What is an interrogative sentence? And I have shown to you some examples of interrogative sentences over here. And interrogative sentences, they can be of two types, yes, no, and who, what type questions. Go through all the exercises again very quickly so you can have a grasp of the whole thing. Those who missed the session, those who missed this can do it again, revise the whole thing, and any question you can get back to you. These are assertive to interrogative. And this was the last one. So that was all about today's lesson. I hope you have all enjoyed this lesson, found it to be very nice and very entertaining, and also you must have found them to be very useful. So go through them whenever you have time and revise them by writing them down in your exercise copy. There are some exercises in your textbook too. You can also do them. Thank you very much. That is all for today. Let us call this a day. Thank you.